Hey guys, what's up? Blacker Bricks here, back with another very special video. Now this is actually a question I have received quite a bit on my channel. What is LEGO investing? So I thought I'd make a in-depth video about LEGO investing. So some examples of sets in the past, a couple of tips, some things you should look out for, and some general advice, right? Because I have offered some very specific advice on this subject on my channel. I've talked about some sets, why you might want to invest them or you might want to part them out. So I'm going to be linking a little playlist to all those videos right over here that should show up on your screen now. Yeah, so let's really get into what is LEGO investing. So I have defined LEGO investing as purchasing select LEGO sets with the hope that they will go up in value. Now, to really do this seriously, you need to have more than just hope. It's important to do, if not detailed research, a bit of, I guess, looking around, right? Because you want to make sure you're spending your money on the right place. As we'll see later, there are a couple of investments that might not go as planned. This is an investment I made back in October of 2018. It's actually just a screen grab from one of my videos. And yeah, I mean, I invested this because I had seen in the past how much these Winter Village sets had gone up in value. Plus, I really like the set, so I thought it would be nice, even if it doesn't go up in value, it's something I can hold on to. And I really do want to emphasize this point right now. This goes with both Bricklink selling and LEGO investing. It's really only effective if you enjoy it, right? This is not one of those things that you're going to make crazy amounts of money, at least not initially. It's something that takes time, and it's important that you invest and part out sets that you actually care about or would be interested in building. Don't buy things just because you think they're going to go up in value. I think that's a mistake a lot of people do, is they just start buying random things. Don't do that. Buy things that you're also interested in. Now, here's another question a lot of people ask is why invest in Lego, right? People invest in gold, people invest in the stock market. Similarly, the reason why people invest in Lego is because historically it's gone up in value, right? Now, this is just looking at a majority, right? There are sets that have gone down in value, and there's sets that have really just stayed the same, but I think it's definitely a valuable product, and the historic trend reflects that it is something that goes up in value. This is another very popular and question even I ask myself sometimes. What sets do I invest in? It's really hard for me to just give you a one-word answer, but I have compiled a couple of characteristics or elements that are found usually in sets that go up in value. Now, we have exclusive, rare, or popular minifigures. Sets that have lots of exclusive minifigures or rare minifigures or popular minifigures are a good bet. Usually ones with lots of exclusive minifigures turn out to be huge sets, so those are also a pretty good bet. Sets with extreme popularity during its release. So to be a good investor, you also need to be a somewhat active part of the LEGO community, seeing what is popular. As many of you know, the 501st Battle Pack was a set of a lot of discussion last year. It was extremely popular, sold out quite a bit, and I think that's a set that I can predict will go up in value quite a bit in the future. Exclusivity / rarity. Now you might be wondering, oh, all these words are pretty much the same, and to be honest, there are a lot of these characteristics that are common to one another. But what I mean by this is a set that has a limited release, right? So not something that is super like out there, like maybe a promotion or like a comic exclusive or a Barnes and Noble exclusive, something that's not super available to everyone. So that increases its demand, right? Because low supply, high demand. So here, I'll give you a couple of examples of each. So this is a set with exclusive, rare, popular minifigures. This is the LEGO Ideas Friends set. Currently, these minifigures go for about $3-4. I definitely feel like they'll be quite a bit more valuable, and as a result, the set will be fairly valuable if we look... I mean, obviously, if you look at this 5-10 years down the line, it'll be fairly valuable. But even if we just go 2-3 years, I can see this going for 100 plus. Right now it's about $60, so yeah, I can see that. Also, sets that have extreme popularity during its release, as I said, the 501st Battle Pack is a great example of that. We saw this flying off the shelves, so I can see this one going up to $50-60 very soon. Exclusivity slash rarity. Here is a San Diego Comic Con. Well, sort of, right? This was supposed to be a San Diego Comic Con exclusive, but it was canceled, so it had a limited release on Amazon and what was it? Shop.Lego. So these sold out like crazy. So that's definitely something else that you should try to get your hands on if possible. So here are a couple of, I guess you can call them case studies, right? So I've tried my best to give you a couple of facts. This is set 76054. I actually own this set. It's the Batman Scarecrow Harvest of Fear. If we look at all the little criteria I talked about before, exclusivity slash rarity, this is not an exclusive or rare set. This was available really everywhere. Exclusive minifigures, we have exclusive versions of Scarecrow and Blue Beetle, and I think even Killer Moth. I mean, they have been released after that, but there were no super special versions. So even I think if you look at it now, these minifigures would go for about $4 or $5. They're somewhat interesting, but it's honestly hard to explain because this set retailed for $59.99, but now it's $48.99. So all the prices I have for current come from Bricklink. I will be linking all three of these in the description. Depending on when you're watching them, they might be out of stock because these are just individual sellers with one or two of each set, so I can't guarantee that. But I'm really just looking at the US price for both of them, right? So I said USD. This is a new sealed copy in the US. It might be cheaper abroad, but I think it's only fair for me to compare the US prices when I'm using that as the retail. So can I maybe discuss some of the possible reasons this went down in value? Batman isn't a super popular theme. It's fairly mildly popular. And when it comes to these sort of things that go up like crazy in value, it's usually adult buyers, right? It's not kids that are buying these in the aftermarket. It's adults. So think about the adult appeal to this, right? I mean, it's a fine set. It's nothing amazing. So there's no real reason. I mean, there's no great build or minifigure or anything that would make it go up in value. So it goes down instead. And if people don't buy it, it continues to go down. Now, if we look at this long term, right? Maybe if we look at this in 2023, right? So that would be, that's sort of a strange number, 2022, right? 5 years after this is released. It's already been 4, but 5 years, maybe this goes back up to 60, but I don't feel like it's going to explode really ever. Now here we have another set that was released in 2017. Now to think about it, I actually might be incorrect. That might have supposed to be 2016, so I apologize for that. This set is the Lego Ninjago City, which was released in 2017. Now, an interesting thing I should mention before I talk about this is a sort of theory or a proposition of mine, and that has to do with the price to part ratio. So, this set was released $300 or $4,867. So, the general rule of thumb when it comes to Lego sets is divide the piece count by 100 for the price. So, normally a set like this would be worth about $480, but when it comes to huge sets, sometimes it gets a bit skewed. So this one was extremely affordable with $299. Obviously, extremely affordable. I'm talking in relation to Lego because that's an extremely expensive thing. I hope you guys understand. Anyways, so if a set has a really good price to part ratio, it can almost be guaranteed that its value in the aftermarket is going to go up to that 10 cents value, right? So at least $480. Now you can see the cheapest US price on Bricklink is currently $845. Yeah, you read that right. I can link it for you. This is one of those sets that I terribly regret not purchasing. I thought about it, I looked at it, I just didn't buy it when it was released, and I feel so bad because purchasing it now just seems like such a bad decision. Just looking at how expensive it is, like $840 for a Lego set, to me just seems like a poor decision, right, financially. With that being said, there are still people that would buy this. I don't mean to offend or make anyone feel bad, but I'm sure that someone's going to buy this at $845, and I'm sure that someone already has. So these kind of huge sets are usually good investments. Now, the real reason I showed you these two examples is kind of to show you the polar opposites. Now, it's not like this is $4, right? It hasn't dropped crazy, but this is not what you want to see, and this is not common for it to go down. Conversely, this is not common either. It's not very regular for a set to go up in value this much. This has almost gone up 3 times in value, and really in only 3 or 4 years. So that's amazing, but also something that's sort of rare. Here I included a set that's really quite average, right? Because released in 2018, been about 3 years, retail price 20, and now it's 25. Now this is something that is a fine set. It isn't anything amazing. Comes with a minifigure or two. Nice enough build. Really, this kind of set, the only reason you'd pick it up is completing the Ninjago collection, right? Maybe you're a huge Kai fan or you like this season. But this is one of those sets that won't really go up like crazy ever. Maybe it'll go up to 30 or 40, but it's not going to explode. That's really it. That's all I have for this video, guys. I want you to remember that have fun when you're doing this. I know some people get stressed out or they're worrying and all sorts of stuff when it comes to Lego investment, because at the end of the day, it is an investment and it's important to take care of your money. Hopefully this video provided some insight into the world of Lego investing. I know it's sort of a very, very shallow introductory level explanation, but I do certainly hope it gave you some insight. If there's anything else you'd like me to cover in the future, as always, feel free to leave it down in the comments. I really like reading them, and it has inspired me to create quite a few videos on this channel. That being said, let's wrap it up, and I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Thank you.